Good evening, Kirkwood High School, and welcome to Lions Memorial Stadium, with Kirkwood Pioneers take on the Lindbergh Flyers. It's a beautiful night for football here in Kirkwood, Missouri. It's chilly, the sky is clear, and we are excited to have you here tonight. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, always great to be here for another night of Friday Night Lights. We're looking at a Kirkwood team that has been such a powerhouse offensively, and we're going to see if that's enough to pick up another home victory and help the Kirkwood Pioneers get the best placement that they possibly can in the upcoming district tournament. Kirkwood is really looking at their best chance to make it to that state tournament since the last time they called themselves state champions way back in 2016.
Now, and you mentioned their offensive power, but let's talk about what Kirkwood has done coming into this game. Kirkwood 4-1 at the moment. They've played DeSmet, which was their first game they lost. Obviously not a great way to start the season. But since then they've gone 4-0 against Eureka, Marquette, Lindbergh, and I'm blanking on their team, but please remind me.
Hazelwood Central.
Hazelwood Central, indeed. So all of those games have been very good. Owen, talk to me a little bit about why those games look so good and why that game looks so good in retrospect.
I just think this Kirkwood team, who is actually taking the field right now, has been such a good powerhouse defensively, but it is really depending on the offense. So I think it really depends on if the offense performs. Kirkwood has not really ever seemed to settle into a QB1 in this situation. Going into the season, I think it was presumed that Creighton Wise, senior, commit to Rochester University in New York, would definitely take that mantle, but we've seen a lot of competition from him by Owen Neslage, who's just really been putting up great numbers, and that win against Marquette away was just such a great performance from him. I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing a lot more of Neslage.
And as the Kirkwood Pioneers take the field, it's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about what Kirkwood is looking at here and what they have going for them, not just in their team, but what support they have. GSV, Gateway Sports Venue, what some would refer to as St. Louis's best source for sports at the moment, given the lack of coverage. He is ranked Kirkwood High School at 10th in Class 6 and 5 in the St. Louis area. Now, if you're unfamiliar with why that's so significant, Class 6 is full of nearly 200 teams, and that's a very significant number given that Kirkwood is 10th. GSV also retweeted the other night, but more importantly, the account that actually tweeted it, SB Missouri, Kirkwood is ranked number 1 in Class 6 by every computer simulation they have run. CBC has fallen out of favor. What does that mean for Kirkwood? It means it's time to look alive. They've got a chance to prove everyone right tonight, and let's hope they take that chance. We'll take a moment here for the national anthem. Thank you very much. back. The Captains with the coin toss now. We'll find out the result here in a moment. It's senior night here at Kirkwood. Owen, tell us a little bit about what senior night might mean to these boys.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's Kirkwood's such a long story tradition in Kirkwood. Football is just such a long story tradition in Kirkwood. And for these boys to be concluding their career here after just, I'm sure, what it felt like 4 very short years, especially with that COVID season in 2021, I think just means the world. I think this is the lifeblood of a lot of people. And for this last home game, regular season game, when we're not guaranteed anymore, it all just comes down to playoffs. Is just so important to these boys.
I agree. So with that in mind, this is Kirkwood's last home game. We'll have, I believe it's, what, 4 more games?
3 more.
3 more games, yeah. So they'll have 3 more games before Kirkwood will head to the playoffs. Now, let's talk about the star players for tonight's game. We're going to be looking at the quarterbacks first and foremost. We talked about this early in the intro. If you're just joining us now, this is KHTV. I'm Mason Lauder on the side on the studio. We appreciate you joining us tonight here at Lions Memorial Stadium. Pioneers versus Flyers. We're very excited to have you. But what's really important is who is going to get the starting job tonight? Tell me a little bit about him.
I mean, absolutely. There's just been so much competition. Obviously, Kirkwood hasn't settled on a QB1, and in many ways that can be a great thing, more rest for everybody. The main competitors right now are Creighton Wise Sr. and Owen Neslage Jr. They've mostly been splitting time, but for the last 2 matchups against Hazelwood Central and Marquette, Creighton was out injured with turf toe.
Yep.
Being at senior night, they should be back. Creighton Wise. And the kickoff is kneeled on at the 31.
All right, Kirkwood will get the ball at 35 after a bit of a squib kick from Lindbergh. I believe it's junior cheerleader night here. One of my favorite nights.
Always good to see people getting into the tradition of Kirkwood football from a young age.
Indeed. Kirkwood's cheerleading program, often undervalued, but they've shown real highlights this season. It's exciting to see some young people getting into the sport. Kirkwood, Royal will go on the outside, 10-yard gain for Royal. Take that 20-yard gain.
You know, I'm surprised we didn't see a flag on that play. Bit of an aggressive hold from the defender there.
Obviously, referee's discretion. We'd like to thank Rick Williams. We were talking to him about film earlier today, and he talked about the referee's discretion, whether or not physical play is up to. Kirkwood may have drawn them offside. Neslage right now is getting the start, so we'll see what's happening.
Honestly, that's very surprising to me. I would have thought that Creighton Wise would have been receiving the first few snaps of tonight, what with it being senior night. This could possibly mean that Creighton is still recovering from that turf toe.
Indeed. Royal with a 2-yard gain in the play.
Zion Russell has been absolutely explosive for Kirkwood. Responsible for 3 touchdowns in that matchup against Marquette last week. 18 points to just the name of 1 player. What an incredible feat.
Indeed. Kirkwood making waves in the run game. What they've been trying to do is have this hybrid run-pass game that makes it lethal. Kirkwood to the outside. 20-yard gain for Kirkwood. Junior Sloan with a big reception for Kirkwood on the outside. Post route.
Lindbergh kind of drawn back a little bit too far, and Neslage didn't find it too hard to hit that flat route, and then the receiver just took it from there. What a gain.
Indeed. Post route, flat defense wasn't able to cover, and the safety was unable to make the tackle. Kirkwood takes advantage here. They send the runner up. Royal breaks the tackle, breaks 2. Royal to the outside. Royal's going to score. Touchdown, Pioneers.
Touchdown, Pioneers!
Certainly a way to say touchdown. Royal with a big 30-yard run. about 2 minutes into this game. We are a minute and 2 seconds into this game, and the Kirkwood Pioneers lead 6-0.
Wow, you don't see that much. Kirk will go for the point after touchdown. And it is good.
Evan Peters hasn't been really afforded many opportunities to score field goals, but he has been absolutely dot accurate with the point after attempts, not a single one missed this season.
Absolutely, that's what you're looking for, 100%.
We'll take a small break here as both teams set up for the kickoff. Kirkwood line for the kick here. Peters. As the band goes crazy. Boom! Kick to the 15. We'll take the reception. Try to find some blockers. Breaks up the middle! Oh my goodness. The Lindbergh Flyers are going to kick off return for a touchdown.
Well, that lead lasted exactly 12 seconds. Not very much. I would say that this might be the quickest pair of successive touchdowns I've ever seen. Deja vu.
Our rules analyst Abraham reporting on the field. Several block in the back balls missed there. Man on the ground raises his arms like he wanted to call there. Kirkwood will have to settle for attempting to block the extra point here.
Kirkwood's matchups have been incredibly defensive games this season. 14-10 against Eureka, 10-7 against Pattonville, and only 17 points scored against Hazelwood Central, which is really a team that you really want to crush. So that offensive performance has been lacking, but with the way that this first 2 minutes of the game has gone, we might be finally seeing that offensive battle that every fan yearns for, let's be honest.
We're excited to see how this one plays out. Obviously, the Lindbergh Flyers would like to start the game. But the Kirkwood Pioneers also like not to start this game as well. So such is life. Lindbergh student section unable to make the 10-minute drive. Alas.
Some slight shade there, Mason.
All the Eureka fans were able to drive 30 minutes from Wildwood, so maybe that's just me. But
yeah, you certainly can't say that there's a very good away student section right here. But, you know, you can't all be Kirkwood High School. What a great turnout for the Marquette game.
Indeed, the turnout for the Marquette game was absolutely electric. Though we won't talk about the quote-unquote storming of the field.
I mean, really, can you call a field storming with about 50 people slowly walking through a gap in a fence a field storming? I think it's questionable. Maybe a field sort of a, I don't know, what do you call a field shower, you know? How about that? What about that? Field shower?
Field shower. A field sprinkle. Lindbergh will kick it off.
Third kickoff in under a minute and a half, I will notice.
Kick is deep. Royal will grab it.
Oh my, he's broken through too. Oh, 34? 5? Yo, there we go.
35-yard return for Kirkwood. That's what they're looking for in the run game. finds his man, Potter. Knocked out of bounds. 6-yard gain. Now, in watching film with Rick, Lindbergh's offense often struggles with the flat man and the safety covering those receptions and debating whether or not who's going to cover him. So we'll see if Kirkwood can exploit that. The fake handoff. Nearly a leap by Greg Richards. Kirkwood had a really good conversion rate with their 4 downs last game. Which is part of the reason why they were able to beat Marquette. Those slow drives up the field. Tell me a little bit about it.
Absolutely. I mean, Kirkwood's been great in a lot of aspects of the game. But that 3rd down conversion is really good too here. But it looks like the officials have switched this to a 1st and 10. So we'll have a new play call from Macklin. Kirkwood head coach and former NFL players with several franchises. Big hometown hero to Kirkwood, to Missouri, played for Mizzou. Just such a good person to have in this program.
Indeed. To quote Sasha Boyd's private story, I can't believe I'm talking to you because that happened. I think everyone's unable to reel in the catch. Nessage's ball just slightly overthrown.
I see that Macklin's not happy with the offensive production yet this game. Going for that deep.
No. Macklin, he has this hybrid style of offense that I think he's familiar with running in the NFL, and he's trying to make it work here at Kirkwood. It does work when it works well, but if it doesn't work, obviously it's a different strategy.
Absolutely, and you always love to see those ambitious plays where you're really going for those 30, 40 yards. They're always exciting.
Zion Royal, 5-yard carry.
Third and 6. It'll either be 1st down or it'll be a punt.
Incomplete. Nestlage hit slightly after the play. We'll see if our news analyst has anything to say about it. The reception knocked out of bounds. Kirkwood might actually be going for it here. They will. Kirkwood will go for it.
Well, the official has indicated that it actually... Oh, I see. Changed. Never mind.
We'll send 3 wide, 1 next to the back. And they're going to go deep. The blitz. 1st down. Nestlage is injured.
It was a move with a lot of swagger, but it paid off.
First down for Kirkwood. Nestlage looked like he was injured on the play, perhaps some sort of draw to attempt to get the referee to call in his favor.
Still on the field, though. Kirkwood at the 34.
Hand off to Royal.
Oh, my.
Loss of 5 on the play. It's going. Only a loss of 1 with 4 in motion.
2nd and 11 here.
Kirkwood probably looking for a pass here. They've kind of been in the pattern. Hopefully Lindbergh hasn't caught on to it yet. Kirkwood will call a timeout. With that, we'll take a pause for station identification and give you guys some time to breathe. I'm Jones Spiegel. We're assisted by Alex Ulrich, Ava Harney, Miles Boyko, Jackson Martin. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome back. Pioneers driving. It's 2nd 11. Try to give it a look here. They'll send 2 wide, 1 in close. Their linemen have allowed 2 sacks so far. Royal sent short. Try to find a post. Blockers. Greg Richards with blockers. Looking like a 7-yard gain.
Third and 4. Not quite in the red zone. Lindbergh makes the right decision not to play that deep safety and ends up getting a productive tackle with just a yard or so gained. Oh, not even. Just back at the line of scrimmage, and they'll go for it on 4th down, but the audible.
Kirkwood hasn't really given Evan Peters many opportunities to go field goal from this range, so it looks like they'll try to go for it. They got a man out wide, looking to try to cut him across.
It's definitely a difference between high school and NFL football.
He blocked. Turnover on downs.
That was rough right there. Had our hopes up for a second there.
Well, that's what makes this game beautiful, though. Plays with their emotions, tugs at those heartstrings. Bystander, at least expected. Kirkwood will need to get a big stop here on defense now. If they can force Lindbergh to punt it or maybe turn it over on downs this deep in their own zone, it would be a productive drive for Kirkwood. Now, coverage on that play, Lindbergh's defense, since we've watched that film with Rick, he's done a better job of making sure that safety moves in to cover the man as he cuts across. That slant route, obviously dangerous as he gets in front of the defender. The ball's all hits. So, Lindbergh doing a good job of that. Kirkwood will line up to rush. They're playing for a blitz. Lindbergh will get 3 on the play. Lindbergh gets 3 on the play. Lindbergh, uncharacteristic of Kirkwood, Lindbergh has a huddle offense. Kirkwood runs a no huddle offense, which increases the speed of their play. Rick will come in close, try to block the. Oh, the run stifled here. Lindbergh's number 6, the primary running back. Carry. 2 yards speed on the play. None. My management is correct. But Kirkwood stifles. Once again, Rick Williams sneaking into that pocket. He covers off the run as the man tries to come wide. And it doesn't seem like Lindbergh's receiving options are dangerous enough for them to allocate him as a safety.
There's Carson Lindquist, Agent Zero, playing that mic'd up linebacker role, directing the defense.
This is now. Lindbergh.
Rushes in, almost gets a tackle, but doesn't. He's broken through for more than a first down.
Severe lapse there. They allowed the lineman to really rip a hole and allowed their quarterback to rush through. No receiving options for the quarterback, though. Obviously, it's difficult for him to throw the ball. It's really the primary option you're given him. It's not a pass option to play. Break the huddle. Snap. Williams will sneak in again. Here goes the blitz. Williams stifled. These QB sneaks, they managed to allocate a man wide. Just as the QB sneaks away, the running back comes off to cover up the breach. That's making Lindbergh's run game right now very successful.
Kirkwood looking to blitz, and they do. Quarterback fires off, but it's not caught.
Rules analyst Abraham calling in the booth. Number 2 held on that last run play. Hopefully the ref's looking out for it. Kirkwood looking for a call. Looking for a call on the play. I don't know what it was. Maybe we'll be updating us at the game on that.
3rd and 4. Kirkwood ran the blitz on that last play, but the quarterback for Lindbergh had just enough time to fire one off, but it wasn't caught. He's into trouble now. He runs for it, and he's successful. That'll be a first down.
Might not be a first down. Looking more like 4th and short for Lindbergh. Oh, and he'll move the chains.
Come on, man. Never doubt me. We're moving the chains.
You seem very excited about the moving the chains. Perhaps you have different allegiances.
Don't you worry about my allegiance. I'm a pioneer. Throw and throw. Come on.
Kirkwood really needs to look to stifle this quarterback's run game. This QB has escaped several times in the pocket so far, and it's been dangerous every time.
Absolutely. Very big part of the modern QB is escaping that pocket, sort of scrambling out, making a play happen. But the run will happen on this one, and what a gain it'll be. 7 or 8 there.
Forward motion obviously coming into play as he's pushed back. Even though again, however much you have, he stops. Looking like a good 6-yard gain for the Flyers. This grabs my link, 7-yard gain. Breaks the huddle again. Sent 2 wide. 2 short in. Williams tries to rush the quarterback. This QB breaks through again. Number 6, Lindbergh's running back, has been optioned off to block Rick Williams as he rushes the QB again. They know he's a dangerous option in this defense. They're trying to figure out how to deal with him. Williams unable to break the block so far. We'll see what he can do with Lindbergh driving into Kirkwood's territory.
And he'll go down this time. Kirkwood has got to be breathing a sigh of relief that the quarterback finally was not able to scramble out of the pocket and make a play there. Such relief. 2nd and 14.
Good aggression from Kirkwood. They were able to collapse the pocket on the quarterback, not relying on breaking through, but rather relying on pushing the defensive lineman back into the QB, allowing Williams or someone else to sneak in around and make the tackle. Looks like a 5-yard loss in the play. He'll try to drop back. He's sacked again.
Tries to fire one off, and it even bounced off a Lindbergh receiver, but no catch. It'll be 3rd and 15. Oh no, we've got a flag on the play.
Might be intentional grounding.
Referees consulting with each other.
We're not sure what the flag could be. Rules analyst Abe Rappaport calling in the booth. Abe, tell him what happened. An eligible receiver for Lindbergh. This would be a 5-yard penalty. This would be a 5-yard penalty for Lindbergh. This is going to be a big deal.
It seems like in his hastiness to not take a second consecutive sack, Lindbergh threw a ball to an ineligible receiver, probably an offensive lineman.
68.
Number 68. It'll be 3rd and 15 still.
Another sack. Kirkwood's defense has really shown out here. It'll be 4th and 15 for the Flyers.
Kirkwood really figured out whatever was going wrong.
very good adaptation to the way that Lindbergh was playing.
15 yards. Looking to make up here. Punter will get some adequate protection. Kirkwood has blocked punts this year. They'll look to do it again. Listen, only one back. Here comes the rush. And they'll cough and corner the punt. Fair catch wasn't called. He's broken free. Still up. 30-yard gain. Oh, kicked in the head. As he's on the ground, they're looking for a call. There will be no such call. First and 10 from the Kirkwood 35.
The offense takes the field, and it is Owen Neslage yet again.
And Neslage yet again. Looks like we're not going to see Creighton Wise this game. He's on the sideline wearing the headset, so looks like he'll be in charge of play calling tonight. Neslage takes the snap. One man wide, post route. He's got a blocker, 7-yard gain.
The clock will surely expire in the first quarter here, as we've only got about 30 seconds to go. Unless Kirkwood can get one more play in.
They will get one off. Snap. Neslage looks for the man wide. Way over the head.
You have to wonder, since the pressure was coming and the tackle was almost already at his feet, was Owen just throwing one away?
There's a flag on the play, so it might be possible. Abe Rappaport calling in the booth. Tell me about it, Abe. Abe says, no clear call on the play, but the rest we'll discuss. Flag picked up off the field.
Just 11.5 seconds left on the clock.
Flag front again. We're going to the Lindbergh coach first, Abe. What does that mean? Kirkwood's going to get moved back. Rapport's guess, a hold.
2 fouls on the play. Eligible receiver downfield. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding on the offense. That penalty is accepted. 5 yards from where the pass was thrown. Also loss of nothing. Third down.
Abe, tell me about that. Do you think that's an intentional grounding call?
Lot of waiting around here. So many flags being thrown.
All right, thank you, Abe. Abe Rapport's ruling. There was a receiver in the area. Obviously, referee's discretion, but it needs to be an absolutely egregious foul for them to call intentional grounding on it. Which Mr. Rapport disagrees with. We appreciate him and his incredible coverage. Kirkwood will try to get one more snap off for the end of the quarter. Neslage is blitzed. Pocket collapsing around him. He can't get it off. He's brought down for a big sack.
That'll be the quarter.
Now, Owen, tell me about the reason why Owen Neslage getting collapsed on the pocket there is significant.
I don't know. I think Kirkwood has had a lot of questions about the offensive line. And I think we're maybe seeing the result of those wonders right now.
Yeah, those wonders include where those seniors in their role may have dissipated and why that may affect the offensive line. Seems like Wyatt Myers, Adam Kreidler, both of those guys being gone off of that line, when they were two of the biggest bodies on the line, two of the hardest workers at practice, and now they're replaced with juniors, sophomores, freshmen. That's a significant loss. Kirkwood, though, what I was trying to get at there was Creighton Wise has an inept ability to scramble out of the pocket, which is what made him such a dangerous weapon in that game against Eureka.
Absolutely. Creighton has, I think, even within this season, shown more and more of an ability to make it out of that pocket and make plays out of nothing. We will line up here again. It will be 4th and 18 in their own 30 here. So Kirkwood will obviously go for the punt here. And it is sent to around the 60. Picked up by Kirkwood at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lindbergh. The Lindbergh Flyers here looking to capitalize on another possession after their defense did a great job absolutely snuffing out Kirkwood's flank.
Kirkwood is third possession over. Lindbergh will start the possession for 40. Quick off the line over in the corner. Looks like they're going to try to execute whatever this play is as fast as they possibly can. Run up the middle. He's stopped. 4-yard gain.
Kirkwood's been looking a little bit vulnerable to those runs, just right through the box. Bit worrisome. Oh no, an injury on the play.
Looks like a Kirkwood player down. Everyone's taking a knee here. The man who made the tackle, not sure, I can't see his number at the moment, but obviously not something we enjoy. We'll take a little break here as he helps the player out. Number 2, Bruce Malone, able to help himself off the field under his own power. I'm glad he's okay. Second and 6 for the Lindbergh Flyers. Kirkwood is going to try to get more sacks on this. Lindbergh unveiling a new offensive scheme now. They've got the man to the side, number 23, not number 6. Which means they've changed up something in their offense. 23 will take the snap directly. Only for a gain of 1.
Very interesting play there, seeing the quarterback not even receive the ball.
It's not something often used in the NFL nowadays.
No, definitely not. You have to wonder what's the QB on their field there for. Is it really just to confuse the enemy?
Smoke and mirrors, on smoke and mirrors. The quarterback, though, you obviously don't want him to block. He's your biggest asset, so rush. He will try to funnel wide. He will funnel wide. First down.
Oh my, what a game. Yeah, Kirkwood just looking vulnerable against the run game. That's definitely going to edge Lindbergh on. It's definitely going to sort of convince him that this is the right strategy against this Kirkwood team, who really has been such a threat defensively. No touchdowns for Lindbergh tonight that were not against special teams, so no discredit to the Kirkwood defense yet, but just slow but steady game for Lindbergh here. You have to wonder, after we saw what it looked to be like Kirkwood's awakening of this is how we combat this offensive scheme, it just doesn't look like they have it figured out here. They'll go for 2nd and 7 and again, and they have to be wondering, what can we do to stop this run game that has just been absolutely penetrating us?
This defensive, this Lindbergh offensive has done a great job of creating space for their quarterback and the runners. Quarterback comes get around there. It'll be 3rd down for the Flyers. Lindbergh has changed up their scheme here, number 6. No longer blocking on the outside, instead 23 taking the ball really directly up the middle. That scheme appears to be working well. And Kirkwood doesn't have an answer. They'll try to get a stop here.
Big third down. Can they get off the field here, Kirkwood? Can they give their offense the opportunity to create those points that they desperately need right now? Kirkwood is currently in the race, Class 6 District 2, to earn one of its first-round byes in the district tournament, as we have 6 teams in that class and district assignment. So not only will earning that number 1 or 2 seed earn them home advantage, but it also advances them straight into the semifinals of that district tournament, which is such a huge advantage.
Indeed. Kirkwood comes out with a big stop. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Flyers. Ready to go for it. Kirkwood's going to need just about every ounce here. Maybe they'll try what the NFL has now colloquially referred to as the tush push. It's a common play run by the Eagles who coined the term, but it's been used in every situation where there's a little bit to go.
Timeout called here for Lindbergh.
Report from A. Rapport on the sideline. Bruce Malone, maybe a possible neck injury. He's continued to try to stretch it. You'll see him stretching it right now. Possible cold muscle there. He continues to play. But tough. They haven't pulled a concussion protocol, so it looks like to be a lower injury. We'll take a little break here and we'll go for a timeout.
Thank you for being with us tonight for some Friday Night Lights in the Kirkwood Pioneers matchup against the Lindbergh Flyers. It is currently 7-7 with 8 and about 25 seconds left in the second quarter. And we join you in the middle of a Lindbergh offensive drive, leaves them with a 1st and 10 at Kirkwood's 35. The snap.
Pass blocked. Not blocked. Flag on the play. Let's see what the rules analyst has to say about this. Not sure what the play will be. Possibly a low hit. Here's a rules analyst. Abe, something happened. Looks like it'll be a roughing the passer penalty.
Roughing passer. On the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. 1 out first down.
That's a rough one for Kirkwood, who's making some defensive personnel switches right now.
For Kirkwood, that's really unfortunate. Especially what looked to be a big stop. A big hit from Bruce Malone, who was out of the huddle for a moment.
Absolutely. Kirkwood now in the red zone, wondering what they can do to stop this and hopefully reduce this to only a field goal. Doesn't quite break through the box, but there will be a gain on the play. Referees conferencing here. Another personnel switch. Number 6 heading in for, is that number 8 or number 0? Oh, wow. Another big penalty for Kirkwood. Wow. Wow. Some undisciplined play has really put Kirkwood in a tough spot here.
Kirkwood facing the one they try. Obviously, 1st and goal. for this offense. Kirkwood is going to need a huge stop here if they want to keep this game even.
Scoreboard displaying a 1st and 8. Not something you see all the time. Big tackle for loss.
That's going to be huge for Kirkwood. The more they can push this Lindbergh offense backwards, the better chance they have of stopping them.
Absolutely. It's hard to imagine, though, that in a situation this close to the end zone, that Lindbergh would do anything but try on a 4th down, especially with how well they've been doing on those, 3rd, 4th, and short situations where they know that their running backs can, or their quarterback, who's been great in the pocket, can scramble and pick up a few yards.
Speaking of that, their quarterback trying to scramble here. Someone's broken through. It's a touchdown for the Lindbergh Flyers.
That's rough. Some obvious frustration from Kirkwood here. And why not?
Yeah, Kirkwood here, obviously very upset. What looked to be a game that was in their hands, slipping away at the thought that Lindbergh, a team that they talked about crushing, is starting to get some back on them.
They're going for the point after touchdown here.
Not going for 2, something that we've seen happen a couple times.
Oh, wow, blocked.
Significant for Kirkwood. That is a point that Lindbergh's not going to be able to make up.
Absolutely. I mean, the 2-point try could, but it's a risky play there.
On the field, from a Rappaport, kick shanked into the offensive lineman's helmet, popped straight up, no block of the play. Kirkwood, for the Statics though, I'm sure they'll call a block to keep them out high.
Kirkwood prepping for the kickoff. What can Kirkwood target to try and bring this game back into their hands?
Kirkwood really just needs to improve their running defense. Right now it's terrible. There's no other word for it. The linemen need to be able to collapse the pocket around either the quarterback or the running back, and the defensive backs and the cornerbacks need to find the running back on the outside and either push him out or to make the tackle. There's been several missed tackles so far. They need to play with a little more heart, finish the tackle, and find the holes. Yeah, number 14, Rick Williams. He's made great effort on every play. Number 2, Bruce Malone. Looking for a little more out of Agent Zero pressure and twist. All of the star players have put it in. They just need to really lead their team to what they expect, right? And that kick looks like it might go on the back. Nope, Zion Royal will take it. We're going to try to find some blockers here. Royal finds the space, makes the juke. If he's stiff arm, 25-yard gain.
Kirkwood has not taken a knee on the kickoff return yet this game.
Why would you take the knee though when you get it at your own 10? Obviously pretty disadvantageous. Haven't taken it in the back yet, so we'll wait to see if it'll go out the back of the end zone. Lindbergh's kicker, we saw him warming up before the game, and we looked at his stats on Coach's badge. He's got good stats as a field goal kicker, which doesn't necessarily translate to your value as a kickoff kicker, but it does mean that he has the leg to get it out and get it far.
Oh, absolutely. I think that what we just saw from him with the missed point after touchdown is going to be an anomaly. I wouldn't expect more of that from this game.
I wouldn't either. We're going to send the Kirkwood boys from the defensive line over to the film. Looks like a lecture on how to handle this offense. Kirkwood 2-7, getting 3 on the play. Now the question is, are they going to pick a chippy, grinding offense, or are they going to just go for these big, long balls that Nestle is known to throw? If you'll take a look at Juice's Instagram, 80-yard bomb from the Marquette game last week. Will they see that more? Slow handoff to number 4. Greg Richards, he drops the ball, falls on it. Now, you know what they say, ball security is job security.
Absolutely. No one loves to see an interception.
No one loves to see an interception. No one loves to see a fumble, especially if no one is hitting it. Richards, fortunately, though, recovers the ball. On a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 2. Kirkwood will send 2 out wide, 1 in close, and send 1 right next to the quarterback. Hand off to Richards. Richards finds the hole. First down, Pioneers.
It's good to hear those words, Mason.
It is first down and 7. 7 yards for Pioneers. That's a significant gain, and they'll be happy with that one. Royal will come back out. Seems like they're running a bit of a 2 running back game right now with Royal and Sloan.
Keep them guessing.
Indeed. What it means, though, is that they've got some great depth on the running back side.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Zion can also play as sort of a receiving back. They've coined it now. He had 1 receiving touchdown in the game against Marquette.
An 80-yard touchdown, mind you. Neslage looking for the throw. Royal intercepted.
No, it will not.
Intercepted.
Wow.
That is luck, sheer luck that it was not touched.
You gotta be wondering why Lindbergh is celebrating having failed to make what was really a very easy interception.
Yeah, that ball was a floater, easy catch. Neslage didn't really find a way out of the pocket. He moved with his pocket as it shifted over to the sideline. Something that I think they'll be looking at in the film later. Royal wasn't able to cut back and make the pass. Must have needed a little bit more on the ball. It's 2 and 10.
Yeah, Kirkwood definitely going for the pass here. That'll be a reception. And a first down!
First down with 10 extra yards. This is what Kirkwood needs. Stevie Potter, not Stevie Potter. Potter with the reception. Chris Potter. That's a big reception for Kirkwood.
Oh, absolutely. Kirkwood here at Lindbergh's 34. The snap. The rocket. It'll be received for a gain.
Number 5 celebrating like he did something. Didn't even touch the man with the ball.
That'll be 2nd and 6 for Kirkwood here. Hedging closer and closer to the Lindbergh end zone. What can they make of it? Can they get the job done? Can they get the touchdown, convert the point after touchdown, and take the lead back? We sure hope they can.
Run to Royal. They find a hole. Doesn't just glance off the defender. Absolutely rolls through him.
Yeah, it'll be a modest gain right there. Settle up for a 3rd and 4.
Kirkwood had the last home game before Turkey Day, at least.
That is, if Kirkwood does not secure home advantage in at least one playoff game this year, which, according to at least the Kirkwood Calls predictions, they absolutely can secure home field advantage in at least one matchup.
Touchdown, Pioneers!
Kirkwood touchdown here, and it'll be 13-13. If Kirkwood can sort of convert that point after touchdown with new addition Evan Peters, Kirkwood will take the lead back for the first time since the first minute of the game here. They'll set up here. The kick is good. So we have a 14-13 game here with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in this matchup of the Kirkwood Pioneers versus the Lindbergh Flyers. Kirkwood will now kick off, and we're looking at least one more drive for the Lindbergh offensive unit. They'll be looking to take things back.
Welcome back. We made some adjustments to the microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear both of us now. If you're just now joining us, the Pioneers, if you look at our shiny new scoreboard that we finally got on the screen, Kirkwood leading 14-13 after a fresh touchdown. A beautiful pass from Neslage at nearly the 35-yard line. Something that Kirkwood really has been looking for several times tonight. Just hasn't found it, but tonight, and not tonight, at least for the first time they found it. Peters will get the boot here. Boom! Peters trying to cough in front of the ball. Winning 10-yard line. Oh, fumble! Nearly recovered by Kirkwood. The fumble out of bounds actually results in a much greater gain for Lindbergh.
Very interesting situation there. You don't see that happen all the time. First and 10 for Lindbergh at the 20. No, 19. The ref sets it up. Lindbergh looking to make one more advancement deep into Kirkwood territory, penetrate that end zone, and put themselves in the lead heading into half. The current situation, both Kirkwood and Lindbergh have 2 timeouts left, so we could see this 3 minutes and 39 seconds stretch for quite some time. Lindbergh will receive the second half kickoff.
They will. So they're not really worried about losing possession of the ball. They really just have to go for it here.
Absolutely. If you can put yourself up even with a field goal and then come back into the field after talking to your team, working things out, and you have the ball back once again, just a great situation for you, and a great situation for them to put themselves ahead of Kirkwood by a multi-score game. Kirkwood should be really nervous right now. Kirkwood really needs to stop this Lindbergh defense, something that it has been uncharacteristically not doing very good at. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so you misspoke, but Kirkwood really needs to do a better job of stopping Lindbergh's offense. Number 2, quarterback went down there. They've so far they've done pretty good stops in the run game there, sending more rushers up the middle instead of out to the outsides, just trying to collapse the pocket outwards and force a runner to the sideline. A strategy I think Macklin has used in the Chiefs, who had a characteristically aggressive defensive line when he played in around 2010. So something that may be characteristic of Macklin's experience. He'll try to rush up the middle. Number 6 gets the ball.
It'll be another first down, though.
Pushed out wide. Kirkwood, I think, though, given their field position, can be okay with Lindbergh getting the first there. It was a good effort, and they sent the man out wide. It was an attempt to stop, and had the tackle been made, he wouldn't have gotten the first.
Yeah, Lindbergh still has 70 yards to go, and the clock has whittled its way all the way down to 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Lindbergh will send only 2 receivers short. They won't utilize them. Sent right up the middle. Stopped.
That'll be a gain of 5.
5.
No, 7.
7 for the Flyers. It's a significant gain given that 2 plays ago they hadn't gained a single yard. Lindbergh student section getting fired up.
What student section?
Exactly. It is cheerleader night here at Kirkwood High School. The cheerleaders, sometimes underappreciated. Seems like we've got plenty of young people interested in what really is something that's so crucial to our games. Incomplete pass for Lindbergh. What nearly could have been disastrous for Lindbergh should have been a sack.
Yeah, that was a smart, athletic, quick-thinking response to a bad play in which they were able to get the ball off and not get called for intentional grounding. They'll set up with the 3rd and 3, which is an absolutely, completely doable situation for Lindbergh. They're actually setting up here in a pass-heavy formation. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, as they haven't done that so much on 3rd, and it will not be a first down? I'm confused. Yeah, that's a first down. That's rough for Kirkwood once again, but the flag is down. Who's it on?
It'll be on sportsmanlike conduct on Lindbergh from our rules analyst.
That is certainly a
Man
good
down
call
the
for
field
Kirkwood.
Man down the field for Kirkwood. We're going to take a break here. We're going to take a break here for station identification. This is KHTV. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel. We're assisted by Alex Ulrich, Ava Horan, Norley Brown, Miles Boyko, Erica Schmitz, and Abe Rappaport. We thank you for tuning in. We'll take a break here as there's a man on the field. Back in a moment. On sportsmanlike conduct against Kirkwood, we're not sure what caused that. It's a 15-yard penalty. Kirkwood so far has taken 4 15-yard penalties in this game. If you're Jeremy Macklin, Owen, what are you telling your boys on the sideline right now?
I don't know. I think that's definitely going to be a topic of conversation back in the locker room. I can't say what he's going to say about it, but I know that he's got to say something, and if he doesn't, then Kirkwood's just going to keep continuing to take these bad penalties that put them in bad spots. Just a few more, and he'll have already given up 100 yards. It's just something that they've got to fix. They've got to be more disciplined. And the clock has been stopped again. We'll pause for a timeout.
Kirkwood timeout. Seems like they were trying to get some subs off the field. Didn't work as well as they would have liked to. The Kirkwood band will be joining us for halftime. I think we've got some clips to show, and we'll talk about the half that we've had. But if you're interested in watching the band, we will give them some time.
The band is starting to get information.
They're matriculating
on the
down
track.
to the field.
Absolutely.
Southerners would say.
Absolutely. With only 49.3 left in the first half.
I don't know why I said the Southerners would say that. It's not true. It's an idiom my father uses quite frequently. He tells me to matriculate the ball down the field. Just keep on matriculating that ball down the field.
I don't even know what that means.
It
like,
just means to move.
It does not mean to move. What? Really?
It just means to move.
In Spanish, matricula means like tuition.
I'm trying to ask you how much your tuition is. Give me 10 seconds. It's been like a year since I've taken Spanish. My brain, no hablo español.
Some harsh criticism from the Kirkwood crowd here. Lindbergh sets up for the pass.
I don't know if it's harsh criticism or the fact that there's actually a cow on the sideline. Pick off!
I see.
Interception by Kirkwood.
I got my Moose and Bruce mixed up, but I'm not doing either one to that pickoff. Kirkwood has possession of the ball and will go into the locker room up ahead by 1 point.
Now, there's 38 seconds left. There's they've got time for 2 plays with their timeout, unless they run it out of bounds. Owen Neslich has a cannon. Are they going to go for a Hail Mary?
They've got to be playing aggressively. I think that's what they're going to do. Owen Neslich, you mentioned, has the cannon. Try to go for the long pass. Try to get the yardage. Maybe go for that field goal and give Evan Peters that opportunity he hasn't had yet in this game.
Listen, 1 wide, actually. Only 1. They will not hand it off. Oh, it's a shovel pass. He finds some space.
It's a good game, but is that really going to create a situation where Kirkwood can get that score in? As the clock winds down here, 28, 27, 26. $23 seconds
The clock stops every time they touch the ground at the moment. I'm not sure if that's a change to the initial rules, but it hasn't normally been like that. Kirkwood will timeout here. Kirkwood with the timeout here. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll take a timeout here. As Kirkwood takes a timeout. We're back here at Lions Stadium. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Kirkwood will not receive the ball at halftime. So they're going to try to make something of this 23 seconds they've got left. They have no timeouts. They're going to need to go for a pass here. Calling the audible. They got 15 seconds left on the play clock. So they can try to figure out what to do here. Neslet will step back. He looks calm. He's looked calm so far this game. Save for his scrambling out of the pocket. To run to Royal. He gets wide. He's got plenty of space. Runs out of bounds. It looks like that's what Kirkwood's going to try to employ here as they just slowly grind up the field about 5 seconds per play. Pioneer will start 1st and 10 at 40. At 60 yards to make up here with 18 seconds. 3 seconds per play. Depending on what they do with it. Possibly another fake handoff to Royal. Nope. Nestle will drop wide.
That'll end being complete, yeah.
They'll call it incomplete. They'll say the number 3, Sloan, was out too wide. They've knocked 5 seconds off the clock with that too. Unfortunate for the Pioneers. They sent number 3 too wide on the post, and he received the ball out of bounds. Referee, they had a little argument on the sideline.
Very surprised that Kirkwood isn't going for the vertical situation here.
They're running out of time here. They will not run out of time. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pioneers. Neslet spikes the ball. They're going to have to go for a big pass here or some sort of Hail Mary run. I'm not sure how they would execute that. They spike it again. 3rd down for the Pioneers. Abe, can you tell us a little bit about why they would be spiking the ball like this?
My guess is that they're either going for one, they're going to be going for a long field goal, or 2, they're just going to take a Hail Mary pass. They were taking it to contemplate their play options and probably decide whether or not they're going to go for it or just take it.
Now, not sure if you guys could hear it, but here's the Hail Mary pass. Eslis goes for it. Here it goes. Knocked out of bounds. We're looking for a foul for PI there. That'll be the end of the second quarter. We'll come back here in a bit with some clips from the first half. Thank you for joining us. This is KHTV. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel. This is by Abe Rapport, our rules analyst. Ava Horn on the camera. Alex Ulrich on the scoreboard. Miles Boyko is head producer, and Norley Brown. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, what's your name?
Jack Coker.
Who do you think's going to win tonight?
Tonight, I think the Pioneers are going to win.
What's your score prediction?
I think it's going to be 35-7.
That's a bold prediction. What makes you think that?
I mean, I think our defense is doing really well this season, and I think Owen Nestle is going to go off. But don't forget, we still have Creighton Wise. Don't forget that.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah!
Welcome back to Lions Memorial Stadium. I'm Mason Heller here for KHTV. We'll try to solve these microphone issues. Currently, Abe's fastening to the desk. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel. We're joined by our rules analyst, Abe Rapport, Ava Horn on our camera, Alex Ulrich on our scoreboard, Miles Bortico is our head producer, and Orly Brown. We appreciate you tuning in to us here tonight at Lions Memorial Stadium. It's been an exciting night. Let's talk about the game so far. Kirkwood led from the outset a 7-0 drive in the first minute of the game after a squib kick from Lindbergh's kicker resulted in what was a beautiful offensive drive for Kirkwood. It was immediately answered by a kickoff return touchdown scored by Lindbergh's offense, and since then it has been an absolute grind. It's currently 14-13, as you can see from our brand new fancy scoreboard. Hopefully you enjoy it. 14-13 Pioneers. A absolute shank of a point after attempt by the Lindbergh kicker. It resulted in an unfortunate loss of a point for them. It went off the lineman's head. Kirkwood, the storyline of the game so far, lack of discipline. They've taken 5 15-yard penalties so far, and it's severely hurt them. I'll turn it over to my rules analyst, A. Rapport, to talk a little bit about the penalties they've taken.
Yeah, they just haven't really been playing smart football. I mean, after plays, pushing and shoving after plays. I'm sure Coach Macklin won't be happy about that. I'm sure he had a talk with his team in the locker room. Other than that, I think that Pioneers have played really solid football through these first 2 quarters. They've played a great defense as per usual coming into this game. Kirkwood is ranked among one of the best defense in their conference. Their offense has made a spark, which is a good change of pace from previous weeks. But other than that, I think they're putting themselves in a really good opportunity to win this football game and win their conference overall.
Thank you, Abe. Now, before we talk more about the game, I'd like to let you know about the highlights we have coming up. Turkey Day at the end of November, we'll be joined by some of our former broadcast crew members, including Owen Backer and Liv Tamp. We're excited to have them. Now, in the upcoming weeks, there's no home games for Kirkwood, so you won't be joined by us on the KHTV broadcast. Maybe you'll see something on the... Now, I'm being informed by my broadcast team that we've got some highlights and some interviews that we'd like to show you, so I'll transition to those now as we get more people back in the studio. I'll turn it over to them.
All right, what's your name?
Jack Coker.
Who do you think's going to win tonight?
Tonight, I think the Pioneers are going to win.
What's your score prediction?
I think it's going to be 35-7.
That's a bold prediction. What makes you think that?
I mean, I think our defense is doing really well this season, and I think Owen Nestledge is going to go off. But don't forget, we still have Creighton Wise. Don't forget that.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed those replays. Hopefully you enjoyed those replays, courtesy of Ian Reno and Abe Rappaport. It's a new feature we're trying out. Hopefully incorporate them into the basketball and baseball games later this year. Thank you for tuning in. This is KHTV. We're here at the Lions Memorial Stadium. It's a beautiful Friday night. It's 8:22 p.m. Game time started about an hour and 22 minutes ago. Making good time for this high school football game. The Pioneers lead the Lindbergh Flyers 14-13. I hope you're excited to join me. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel, who's not in the broadcast booth for the moment. We're sitting here in the broadcast booth at the moment. I'm assisted by Norley Brown, Alex Ulrich, Abe Rappaport, Ava Horn, Miles Boyko, Drew Schott, Drew Ayers, as well as Owen Backer. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. If you haven't joined me already, I'm going to recap the game for you very quickly. Kirkwood led from the outset, a 7-0, 1-minute drive up the field from the 30-yard line. It was a beautiful play, consisting of Jerry Macklin's consistent hybrid offense that he's run almost all of this season. Owen Nestledge is currently the quarterback, and he will remain the quarterback for the foreseeable future as Creighton Wise recovers from turf toe. Nestledge has completed several passes. He's had an issue scrambling out of the pocket tonight, something Lindbergh's quarterback, number 2, has had no issue. Lindbergh's run game has absolutely torched Kirkwood, and it's been a thorn in their side tonight. Kirkwood's defensive line needing just a little bit more. Kirkwood also activating their run game. Zion Oil and Greg Richards combining for a huge number of yards tonight. It's making a big, significant deal for the Kirkwood Pioneers. It's improving their chances of hopefully coming out of this game with a W. Kirkwood currently ranked number 5 in the St. Louis area for large schools and number 10 in Class 6. Why is that significant? There are 200 teams in Class 6 in Missouri. And in every computer simulation, as run by SB Live for Missouri, Kirkwood is the number 1 ranked contender for state championship in Class 6 this year. That's pretty significant if we give it a look. So, what does all of this mean? It means that the Kirkwood Pioneers are going to have to play some good football. The rankings don't matter, the computers don't matter. What matters is what happens on the turf. And hopefully the boys in red and white can get it done tonight. I'm Mason Heller. Owen Spiegel is back in the booth with me. I'm very excited to have him join me. Owen, can you tell me a little bit about what this game has meant to these boys? We've already recapped the game, but can you tell me what significant factors have contributed to Kirkwood's success or lack thereof?
Absolutely. Kirkwood experienced 2 championships in the 2010s, 2012, 2016. The 2012 one coming in Class 5, then they move up to Class 6 after that dominant performance. Won another state championship in 2016. Since 2016, Kirkwood has not returned to the state tournament, always failing in the district one. Kirkwood looks to be, after a pretty pessimistic view from most people going into this 2023 season, the script is flipped. It looks like Kirkwood could be making that first return to the state tournament here. They're 4-1 right now. We're not sure about the outcome of this game, which is why it's so important. Advancing to 5-1 could be a really big step in that, trek to the playoffs, As we mentioned before, Class 6 District 2 has 6 teams, meaning that the number 1 and number 2 seed in the district and class assignment will be guaranteed a first round bye and then home field advantage until at least the final. So to get that number 1 or that number 2, which Kirkwood is in position for, it would just be absolutely humongous. The people are excited. They want to see a win. No one has been leaving this game. We have not seen one of those situations like that loss against DeSmet where most people are leaving after halftime, third quarter, because it's such a bad loss. Kirkwood is only leading by 1 point right now, which you could say is a little bit disappointing, but we've seen time and time again that the first half of the game has been the lower scoring back and forth battle, and then the second half really determines who the better team is. We saw that in our first matchup against DeSmet in week 1, where Kirkwood held the Spartans to 11-7 going into halftime. Kirkwood even looked like, man, this may be our game. Time to put us on the map. It was not. The game ended 44-21. Disappointing performance from Kirkwood. Now they're looking to be that team that takes it the extra mile in the second half and really establishes that they are the better team than Lindbergh, which they will need to prove that they can earn that number 1, number 2 seed and to physically climb up that ladder of the standings. It's just such an important game. We're so excited to view this next hour or two of football.
Thank you so much, Owen. The student section tonight is absolutely bumping. The theme is country. If we were to turn the camera into the studio right now, you'd see I'm wearing overalls and cowboy boots. But alas, we won't be doing that anytime soon. Indeed, the Nora Lee overalls, as sourced by my lovely girlfriend. Shout out her. We have a really big crew in the broadcast booth tonight. These streams have continued to grow in strength and manpower as they've gone on. And we appreciate you guys tuning in to support us. And hopefully we can give you guys decent coverage. Johnny Cash coming on as as the Pioneers will go out to kick off the ball to start the third half, or not third half. I think my mind's stuck on NHL hockey. I've been watching all the preseason games of the Blues. How about them Blues, by the way? Looks like they might have a better year this year. Anyway, Kirkwood is going to give it a kickoff. Evan Peters, number 33, drops back. There's the boot. Peters all the way back. He doesn't make it all the way. Lindbergh will take the reception. Charges up the middle. 23 stopped. Looks like he might be a little bit hurt.
Yeah, looks like the Kirkwood special teams unit caught him on the leg there. Pretty hard fall for him. We'll have to see if he's okay on the play here. It's hard for me to imagine a penalty being called, but you never know.
Now, this turf, we know contributes to injuries, something we saw in the Kirkwood Premier League this summer. The turf is not really a safe surface for these kids to be playing on. You know, it contributes to ACL injuries, ankle injuries, turf toe even. Injury nickname entirely for the surface is by which it is caused. So hopefully number 23 is not injured in a way that's going to take him out of this game. Though I'm sure Kirkwood would hope that he, for some mysterious reason, stops playing because they really need him to get out of their hair. He has absolutely been a thorn in their side. He is not going to come onto the field.
Setting up for the 1st and 10 on the Lindbergh 31. The snap, the handoff, and that'll be a gain of at least 5. Not quite brought to the ground, but the referee whistle will blow. We'll have a dead space here as linebacker Lindquist looks to the referee. No, head coach for the call. Distributing the call. 2nd and 4.
Lindquist, Agent Zero, as he's been referred to, getting a direct call from the sideline, maybe on what they're looking for on this play. Number 6 will get the first down for the Flyers. Lindquist really hasn't been able to punch through this offensive line like we would have expected him to. Perhaps an indictment of this Lindbergh line is really one of the better ones we've seen. As we were discussing with Rick the other day, you know, this Lindbergh team has some ferocity. So we're looking for games where, you know, they've played well, and this is definitely going to be one where, you know, teams are saying, let's send us that Kirkwood film because they've played some great ball this game.
It'll be 1st and 10 here. The snap and the handoff once again. He won't quite get through. That'll be right to the line of scrimmage, and we'll set up for 2nd and 10. Kirkwood did a much better job defending the run play there. The huddle from Lindbergh. What can they be thinking about here? They set up compact once again. Unsurprisingly, going for the run, but 6 takes the snap behind. He breaks through. He'll be tackled. Gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Lindbergh.
Kirkwood will draw Lindbergh to a 2 and 9. This is, I apologize, 3rd down and 7 for Kirkwood and Lindbergh. Now we'll take this dead space. Shout out the upcoming issue of the Kirkwood Call, possibly releasing Friday the 13th. You can pick up a copy of Kirkwood High School, or if you're a friend of Call, you can have one emailed directly to your house. Kirkwood, the crowd's getting loud here. 3rd down. It will send no safeties back. It's a run play. Dropped off to number 23. He's tackled for a major loss. Our rules analyst, A. Rappaport's not with us. There's a flag on the play. A. Rappaport, tell me what happened. It's an illegal shift on the offense. Kirkwood declines the penalty as it's 4th down. No yards gained on the play. our rules analyst Dave Report calling into us, obviously not the most ideal setup, but we do appreciate his analysis. I'll let Owen finish his hot dog as I finish up wrapping this up.
I do appreciate it, Mason.
He's going to finish up his hot dog. Kirkwood will send out 2 safeties. There's the punt. Fumbled by the receiver. Sloan will break through. Loses his mouth guard, but he'll get a good 20-yard return out of the punt. Kirkwood will start their drive from the 25-yard line, somewhere they've been several times tonight. Lindbergh shut down pretty well by that defense they're on. Thank you, Olin Spiegel. Shut down pretty well by that defense. Their run game, really unsuccessful. Agent Zero, Carson Lindquist, finding the run game in the backfield, making those tackles. And Kirkwood is going to look for some big passes here. They really had great momentum going into the third quarter. Obviously stifled by the fact that they had to kick it off to Lindbergh. But tell me a little bit more about that, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too big of a problem. Kept Lindbergh. They didn't score. Got the punt. Now Nessler has the ball. Looking for the pass. He finds him. And he's still going. Wow, what a game. Finally pushed out of bounds.
That's Zion Royal, referred to as the receiving back for Kirkwood. He's been put out wide several times for Kirkwood, coming up with an 80-yard snag in their game against Marquette, something that we've talked about quite a lot. Royal, obviously a 4-star recruit, huge asset to this Kirkwood offense, and he is coming up big for them right now. That's a big gain for the Kirkwood. That's a 25-yard gain. Hand off to number 4. Richards brought down for a gain of about 3. Now, there's some debate over whether or not Zion Royal had been recruited by a team such as Ole Miss, a big SEC school. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. But he's intended to be the replacement for Deion Brown, who last year went D1 going to Eastern Michigan after receiving offers from Colorado and other schools. Nessler will hand off to Richards. Richards will gain about 3 on the play. Kirkwood's run offense hasn't really been able to get out wide and find the yardage that Lindbergh's offense has, but they've been able to grind away very slowly. Royal, a 3-star recruit, I apologize. He does have an offer from Ole Miss, and he's committed to Ole Miss. I apologize, he's committed to Ole Miss. All right, Kirkwood will send 2 wide, 2 short. 1 next to the quarterback. Richards will get the handoff. I apologize, that's Royal. Royal brought down quickly. They were looking for a bigger gain there. Lindbergh's cheerleaders will try to hype up the unfortunately non-existent student section of Lindbergh. They were unable to make the 10-minute drive up north. Not sure if you can hear the stadium announcement. 4th and 7 for the Pioneers. Their offensive line looking to protect Nessler a little bit more than they were able to in at least the first half. Hook off the snap. They'll send Royal wide. Royal will try to run the post. Caught. Robinson catches the ball. It'll be a gain of 13 on the play.
It's just an athlete. First and 10 for Kirkwood. Kirkwood has made it all the way to Lindbergh's 32. There's the snap. But it looks like that'll be not an incompletion. It will definitely be behind the line of scrimmage.
Abe, tell me about that last play. Okay, so Abe just explained to me, very complex play. They ruled a forward pass on the receiver. It's now been ruled a fumble. I apologize. It's been ruled an incomplete pass. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down and 10 for Kirkwood. An interesting ruling on the field, something we weren't expecting really. But it seems as though Kirkwood will come out of this all right.
Second and 10. The handoff. Running back punches in for a modest gain.
That's Richards. Richards and Royal have been alternating on this running back role since Richards is often sent wide, or not Richards, I apologize. Royal is often sent wide to receive a pass. Kirkwood's really has shown their depth, at least, in the offensive margins. They've got great running backs and great receiving, and it's resulting in great yards.
Setting up for the 3rd and 8. 4 wide receivers. And they'll all go deep. There's the catch. Wow. Not quite tackled. And that'll be deep into the end zone.
Number 3, Zion Royal. They're not deep into the end zone yet, but they're deep into the red zone. Not number 3, Zion Royal, I apologize. That's number 3, Larry Robinson with the reception. Robinson has been targeted several times. He has 1 touchdown so far in the game, the replay of which you saw at halftime. Robinson has been a great weapon for the Pioneers, at least in the backfield. And we'll see what it looks like when they send him back wide again. Royal will also be sent wide. I apologize. No, Royal sent close. Potter sent wide. Royal sent wide to try to run around and get into the end zone. He jukes. Unable to gain much of anything on that play, unfortunately. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Kirkwood sets up for the 2nd and 9. It is ruled not quite within goal line territory. The snap. Nessage with the ball. The pass. That'll be a touchdown! Ladies and gentlemen, Kirkwood football 20, Lindbergh Flyers 13.
Zion Royal sent wide, as we talked about earlier. Royal playing the receiver back role, something that's been really popularized by the NFL. Possibly Jeremy Macklin's experience in the NFL contributing to that. Royal sent out wide. Nesledge pressured in the pocket, scrambles out of the pocket, finds Royal wide. Beautiful pass, and Royal sneaks into the corner of the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Pioneers. They'll go up 20-13, pending the extra point. Evan Peters so far has been a laser from this. Here's a snap. Kicks up, and it's good. It's 21-13 here at Lions Memorial Stadium. We'll take a quick break. It's 21-13. We'll be back in just a moment.
Kirkwood will kick off, ladies and gentlemen. It is 21 Kirkwood, 13 Lindbergh. The kickoff received at the 15. Lindbergh returns. Wow, what a rough hit. He'll be taken down to the 25, but the line of scrimmage will probably be set at just a few yards before the 30.
In 2, Bruce Malone with the initial tackle. Malone went down earlier after making the tackle, kind of cradling his neck, hopefully not ailing again, but it was a brutal hit. Number 9, who I do not believe was the elected receiver. Peters' kick did the squib. He stopped as he made contact with the ball, possibly targeting a person who they knew was not ready to receive the ball. And it results in Kirkwood limiting them to the 29. No run. Quarterback sneak here. Ooh, he's absolutely mauled by the Kirkwood defense. Number 2, Bruce Malone with another brutal tackle.
Defense.
Thank you, Owen.
You're welcome.
Owen the ad-lib man here. It's 2 and 5 for the Lindbergh Flyers. Their quarterback sneaks have worked really well this game. Number 2, unsure of his name. We've been trying to find it all game. Has made some really incredible gains just by grabbing the ball and being selfish with it. They've given him several options, and he's taken the option to run almost every time. Modest 2-yard gain for the Flyers. Looks like it'll be 3 and 3 for the Flyers. Third down and 1. Something I think Kirkwood has disagreed with. They'll put as many as they can on the line. They will not send a safety wide. Quarterback tries to sneak up the middle. It's a loss on the play. It'll be 4th and maybe 2, depending on where the umpire spots the ball. I do mean umpire as in the referee with the U on the back of his jersey. They'll scramble out to try to let them get the play off. Lindbergh with the hurry-up offense. Uncharacteristic. They've played the huddle most of this game. Running back sent out wide. He stopped. It's going to be a turnover on downs way deep in Lindbergh's territory. This is not what they needed.
Bit of a clarification on the Zion Royal situation. Zion Royal has received an official offer from University of Mississippi, but has not yet committed.
We apologize. Every website seems to have something different on it. So
Absolutely.
Until we hear from him himself, we're going to go with what he has.
Uncommitted.
Kirkwood, great defensive performance there. I know we criticized them earlier, but it has been all Kirkwood in the second half so far. It's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers, 35. Nesters will get it. They'll hand it off to Richards. Richards punches up the middle for a gain of 3. Kirkwood has kind of taken a dive-on approach to their offense, giving the ball to their running back and having to try to punch through the center, often resulting in modest 3 to 4 yard gains. But it seems to be working for them as they're able to grind away at this defensive line until suddenly the safety's been put too far back and they find a receiver.
You want to go back to that?
The throw is good. Gain of 20 on the play.
Larry Robinson once again targeted as the receiver. Kirkwood has really been looking to him for their long receptions. I know we talked about Royal earlier, but Robinson has just been equally as dangerous. And they haven't started to double cover him.
Absolutely. Just too many weapons on the field for Lindbergh to take care of all of them.
Now, we talked a little bit about last year, losing, linemen like Adam Kreigler, Dwight Byers, and men like that on what really is a young team for Kirkwood.
Yeah.
What a
Nesledge, it just keeps feeling the pressure again and again and again. It has to be something that Kirkwood needs to figure out. Right now, not a problem. Nesledge is getting those quick shots off, getting yards gained, and it hasn't been a problem yet. But he's bound to take sacks in the future. He's bound to make split-second decisions, throw the pick. It's not an ideal situation to be in at all.
Number 23 from Lindbergh absolutely hit-sticked on the play by number 56. He was slow to get up. Nesledge was rushed. Nesledge was rushed on the play. He was able to escape and the defensive back who is trying to tackle him avoided tackling him for fear of a roughing the passer penalty. So Nesledge remains uninjured at the moment. Nesledge looks to the sideline, call the audible with a couple seconds on the play clock.
Counting down. The snap. Jet sweep.
He'll find space.
To the line of scrimmage. No yards gained. We'll have a third down at the 6 or somewhere right by it.
Sloan tried to find the space wide, unable to have an impressive turnover rate with the speed at least to get to that sideline and try to drive down it before the lineman got to him. Robinson will draw in close, try to send out the safeties. Potter will come across.
Makes his way out of the pocket, still looking for the pass. Doesn't get one.
Now that was a good scramble from Nesledge. He had a man on his back. He was able to hold him off, and he gets the pass off. Obviously not for any significant gain, which is unfortunate. They're going to send out the field goal team.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting opportunity here because Evan Peters really hasn't been getting these. He has a chance to prove himself. This will be a 30-yarder from where the holder is setting up and then including the end zone. 30 yards of distance traveled. Can he make it? If so, I think that he has in store for him a lot more. It's good! What a cause for celebration for Kirkwood. Kirkwood now leads 24-13. And, it's always too early to speak on the matter, and you never want to make predictions. But, I was anticipating a little bit of a pull away from Kirkwood in the second half, and I think that we're starting to see that here. We have seen, though, obviously, that Lindbergh can be an offensive threat, and I think that we're not out of this one yet, Kirkwood fans. Special teams will take the field. We've only got 27.2 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. So I'll really just have the kickoff and a few more plays. Peters sets up. The band's getting excited. Interesting situation there. Peters picks up his tee and will get to kick from the 50. Very interesting situation here. Referees conferencing. Yeah, so we just heard a sideline violation on Lindbergh, apparently. Yeah, very, very interesting situation there. Referees still conferencing. Don't look quite sure what to do. Currently, Kirkwood's set up at the 50-yard line. Set to take the kick from... No! They'll move back. Very interesting situation right there. We'll have to conference with our rules analyst, Abe Rappaport, and see what the situation is here. It... Really, just same situation as was before. Peter sets up.
Rappaport did not call him because he's kicking off from where he should be. It's a bit of a sprint kick.
Interesting right here. Stopped at the 38 there. Yeah, bit of a disappointing kick from Peters. At least he made that field goal to save face.
Peters did make his field goal. He's had an issue with getting under the ball on his kickoffs, perhaps a result of his soccer training, where pinging the ball, you're told to get under the ball to get some elevation on it, which expected, given where he's come from. Peters, though, does have great stats. We would have loved to have Jed Holiday come back. He didn't return for his senior year. They've had to scramble to find a kicker. So Evans did a good job.
Lindbergh lines up here, 1st and 10. Quarterback will take it yet again. The referee sets the ball up at in between the 41 and the 42. This will be called a 2nd and 7 here. Yes, and that will be the end of quarter 3. We just have 12 more minutes of football to be played here. Kirkwood has really pulled away in the second half so far in that third quarter. Went into the second half just up by 14-13 against Lindbergh, but is pulled away with a touchdown and a field goal. We'll take a break for the Kirkwood High School alma mater. The football doesn't seem to want to pause. Will he get sacked because of it? That's what you get when you disrespect the alma mater. Sorry about that. We'll set up 2nd and 7 yet again.
There's grounds for an intentional grounding call on that play. Kirkwood has called for a similar play earlier tonight. The referees chose not to call Lindbergh for what looked to be nearly the exact same play. Quarterback scrambling without a receiver nearly in the area. But alas, I'm not a referee, so I won't complain too much.
Yeah, always interesting. You always want to assume the better. Almost picked off. But no, just the incompletion. It'll be 4th and 7. Very interesting decision here. I mean, earlier in the game, I would have said punted. Save face, give the offense a bigger challenge. But it seems like special teams are coming out here. Interesting. To me, I would say you're down by 11. You need to put points on the board.
Yeah, they're electing not to go risky here, which they saw how it burned them earlier in the game.
No, wait. Yeah. There we go. The flag. Interesting here.
Looks like it'll be a false start on Kirkwood.
That's rough.
We'll see if the rules analyst has anything to say on this one. Nothing from the rules analyst, so we'll go in blind on this one. They could go for it here. It'll be 4th and 2, possibly a tush push, which we've seen popularized in the NFL. Lindbergh will not huddle, but huddle on the sideline instead. 20 seconds on the play clock, they'll go out there and try to make something happen. The linemen trying to get their defense hyped. They will not be able to break through.
Fourth and 2 is what it says here on the scoreboard, but
it looks like it's going to be a stop for Kirkwood, and it's going to go that way.
Oh, wow. Interesting situation here.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. Abe Rapport's calling into the booth. Abe, tell me about it.
Oh, the chains are coming out.
They're measuring for a first down at the moment. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it.
There we go!
Turnover on downs for Kirkwood. Kirkwood will receive the ball at around the 50. Thank you, Abe.
The press is scrambling to the other side of the field, hoping to get the shot. The offense takes the field. Once again, Nesledge. 1st and 10 at the Lindbergh 49. Kirkwood just has 49 yards to go to put themselves up by another 6. The snap. The pass. It'll be in the flat. Try to make something. Number 16, post on the side. It'll be a first down. Surrounded by Lindbergh players. He's finally tackled at the 20.
Beautiful hustle by number 16, Jaden Sloan. He is in my PE class, so perhaps I made that in.
Have you getting a lot of taste of that raw athleticism?
That's not the verbiage I would use. Sloan with a beautiful run for Kirkwood. He's made some great moves this game so far, but that really was his most complete run of the game.
Absolutely. Number 16. Some movement. Number 8. Moving to the other side. Backing it up. Movement. Fake. The way back. Breaks 3. Ryan Royal. A pick. Oh, no. That'll be rough for Kirkwood. The offense already coming off the field. And the defense taking 2. The fumble gives Lindbergh possession. Referees conferencing. There was a flag on the play, though. Not sure what's happening here. Yes. We'll have to go down to the field level where we can hear what referees are saying, get a feel for what's going on here.
Abe Rappaport calling in the booth. Abe, tell him what happened. Abe says there's some doubt on whether or not there's a fumble.
Unsportsmanlike.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Plays over, dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Those penalties all set. The result of the play is the first down.
It's going to be a first down for Lindbergh.
Rough one here for Kirkwood. Defense looks to be settling into its newfound role. Wait. Lindbergh offense stopping. Possibly to get the play call. They'll be up on their own 12. What a wild ride of emotions there. 1st and 10 from the 12. Set Ike. The pass is off. Doesn't quite break through, but makes a modest gain. Is modest quite the right word? That was a good gain. We'll have to see where the referee sets the ball.
Looks like it'll be second.
Yes, very good run there.
So the Flyers have really relied on the run game. I have not seen a really good pass from the Flyers, but this run game seems to really be working against Kirkwood's seemingly weakened defensive line.
It definitely has been. It breaks through once again. That'll be first down. Lindbergh really needs the points here. They'll have to get the touchdown, go for 2, make it, then get the field goal, and that'll all be just a tie. Taking to the field in that compact formation that they really do prefer because they're going to run it once again. Not going to be as successful this time.
Fortunately for the Pioneers, they're able to get a hold of the runner's legs and really bring them down. There have been a lot of missed tackles from the Pioneers tonight, which is a point of contention that Mackler will have to talk to his boys about.
Absolutely. I mean, surrendering 13 points in a game, it's not quite the biggest deal, you know. It's certainly not a defensive disaster class, as they say, but they're still going to need to prove themselves in this fourth quarter. As the running back breaks through once again.
Fortunately, run out of bounds by the Kirkwood defense, but it's another breakthrough for the Lindbergh offense, something that Kirkwood really just cannot handle.
The chains are moving again. Our boy Abe Rappaport on the field flying. Trying to get that perfect angle to see what's going on, get you the best calls and explanations of what's happening in this game. Formation yet again. Kirkwood lining up. The run once again is getting quite predictable. But you have to wonder, if it's so predictable, what can Kirkwood do to stop it that they're not right now?
Yeah, that's really a question that Kirkwood needs to be asking themselves. If Lindbergh's running every play, there needs to be some sort of playbook to counter it. Rick obviously trying to sneak up the side, but they've seemed to account for him and his rushing. Sometimes the running back's optioned off.
And again. You know, that's gotta hurt.
What's got to happen?
I mean, the whole thing, really.
Football?
Yeah.
It's not a great sport, you know. They've
It's
studied-
not a great sport. What are you talking about?
At least in terms of whether or not, you don't want head injuries. They talk about rugby versus football, but the difference is really how you tackle. We've seen some really brutal tackles this game. Rich Malone injuries in that
Yeah.
chop blocks, big attacks at the knees. In rugby, it's shoulder-to-shoulder contact that really results in a safe hit. Unfortunately, in football...
Oh my, and it's breaking through once again! Will they catch him? Will they catch him? No! That'll be a Lindbergh touchdown.
Lindbergh touchdown. The sideline's going to go pretty quiet after that one. Lindbergh 19, Kirkwood 24. Lindbergh all of a sudden back within striking distance. Looks like they're probably going to go for 2 here. Yeah, they will go for 2 here to try to get within a field goal. Not a good game.
On the bright side for Kirkwood, if they miss the 2-point try, that puts Kirkwood in a much better position where a field goal, just a field goal, distances themselves to a higher touchdown. But he's in? Yes, he's in. It'll be 24-21, and Kirkwood will only lead by 3. This is a rough situation here for Kirkwood. They're going to need a high-performing offense, and it's going to start with that kickoff. Do you think Zion Royal's going to be accepting that again?
Yeah, it looks like Zion Royal will take the kickoff return. 61 for Kirkwood, looks injured. Not sure what the issue is. Possible turf toe. He's holding his foot. The trainer will go to him. He's walking off the field on his own power. I've mentioned already about the Kirkwood Premier League, the rec league here at Kirkwood for soccer. We saw several injuries over the summer on turf, prompted an investigation into turf and its safety. Not by Kirkwood itself, but as Owen and I are the commissioners of that league, we did take a look into it. And turf really just isn't a good thing for kids and their injuries. 6.6 higher times rate injury.
Kirkwood could really use a good return here. Lindbergh sets up. The kicker takes his paces. The band's tempo increases. The kicker starts his jog. The kick. It's low, but it's far. 21, Zion Royal will take it along the side one into the center of the field. He'll break through, but it'll trip. Is the ball loose? Oh no. Kirkwood's got it.
Royal, 2 fumbles in a row in his possession. We talked about this earlier about ball security is job security, and Royal is really upset with himself after losing the end-running ball. Abe Rapport and Ian Reno sprints down the field once again. It's an unfortunate turn of events for Royal. Hopefully it's not messing with his confidence too much, but they're not going to send him on the field after that.
First and 10 for Kirkwood. They did maintain possession of the ball. 83 switches to the other side. The snap, the handoff. And he'll go far after contact. Good carry. That'll be 2nd and 1, it looks like. You know, Mason, it's okay. You just finished your hot dog like you let me do earlier. No, that'll be a 1st and 10. Always love to see that. 1st and 10 for Kirkwood at the 38. The snap. Handoff once again. Looks like the same play. Holds onto the ball just past the 40. Modest gain. That'll be a 2nd and 9 there.
Gain of 1 for Pioneers.
Gain of 1 for the Pioneers. The handoff yet again going down the sideline. Yet again, another small, modest gain. That'll be 3rd and 8 or 9 for the Pioneers. 36. Wow, I wouldn't have predicted that. Math was never my strong subject. It's still a high-intensity play here. You're really going to be looking for that conversion that gets you to move the chains and not have to punt here, especially in this one-score game. Oh, no! Kirkwood is an incompletion. And head coach Jeremy Macklin is asking for the flag, as the hit did look to us like it came before the receiver was in possession of the ball.
The receiver, number 10, Chris Potter, looking for the ball. Unable to drag him in. Abe has not called him the booth yet, so it's looking like that probably was not a call. The Pioneers will not punt the, or they will elect to punt the ball.
It doesn't go very far, but it rolls quite a bit. That'll set up to be Lindbergh's 22 or 3. Yes, 23 here. 1st and 10. The band performing Industry, baby. You know, it's an interesting sound coming from the marching band, isn't it?
Unfortunately, out of tune.
What do you mean out of tune?
Out of tune, out of key. I apologize. No, but I don't know how many people listening to this are Mizzou fans, but if you had gone to the Mizzou game at the Dome in St. Louis a couple weeks ago, Memphis's band performed a rendition of Industry Baby that appeared to be in key, so maybe we should have the Pioneer band give them a call and ask for the version that has a key Industry Baby. No offense to the players, of course. Perhaps just finishing the arrangement. A. Rappaport possibly injured after that last sprint, hunched over. Maybe a bit of conditioning needed.
The huddle meets. That'll break with 15 seconds left on the play clock. Going for a wider formation with 2 receivers out. QB takes it though. He'll get the first down on his own. He's not even quite down yet. Down at the 48.
Number 2 really has been Lindbergh's weapon the entire game. He's outclassed Kirkwood in so many ways against their defense. Lindbergh is driving down the field again. Kirkwood really needs to stop him.
Yeah, absolutely. High pressure moment for the Kirkwood defense right here. Uncharacteristically bad game. I think that in practice this week, they'll definitely be working on those run drills. There it is again. The run. It goes out. Gain of about 1.
In theory, this really could be the drive that defines the game. If Lindbergh makes it a slow and long drive, comes up with a touchdown, Kirk would be well out of reach to score a field goal. They wouldn't be able to score a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, that would be quite a feat to run down that clock and then get the touchdown, but it's well within the realm of possibility. Kirkwood only leads by 3 here. Setting up in the same formation, but the tight end moves to the other side. The break. The running back breaks on the other side. He gets the first down yet again.
Kirkwood's showing some pretty obvious signs of frustration. It's not a good mentality to have.
First and 10 on the 37. The huddle meets the play clock, dips below 20, not 50. Here comes the snap. And the run, yet again, through the lines. And it's almost yet another first down. Second and 3 for Lindbergh. The run definitely does have an element of strategy here to it, because if you can effectively utilize the run to gain yardage, but also run down the clock, like Mason said, because the run never really goes out of bounds, especially if you're going through the middle. The run, yet again, we'll see, does it pass the first down marker right here? Yes, I think it will. Yes, the chains will move. This could come back to bite Lindbergh, though, if they do this too fast. Then Kirkwood could put them in a bad situation with a slow drive that creates a situation in which Lindbergh receives the ball with very little time left. This game is turning out to be much closer than it should be in a lot of analysts' view. There's the run, yet again. And it gains, yet again.
Yeah, what I've seen some exasperation in his voice. Kirkwood just really hasn't been able to read this, but they've done it every play, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And it's been the same 3 plays. The quarterback sneaks. They send it to 6. They send it to 23. They send it to one of the wings. Kirkwood just has not been able to account for it, and I'm not sure why.
Second and 7 on Kirkwood's 24. The clock runs down. 3:41 on it right about now. The play again. And it'll run again. Will this be a first down? Not quite. 3 and 3. Ball exactly on the Kirkwood 20. Now officially in the end zone.
Lindbergh's last trips to the red zone have almost all been successful. Oh, the one play. Stopped. No first down for Lindbergh. They will have to either kick it or go for the touchdown to go up. They're not sending their team off. It looks like it's going to be...
Oh wow, risky decision here. Personally, I was anticipating a field goal. It seems like they're still conferencing on the play here with the quarterback facing the coach. Still receiving that call. 4 seconds on the play clock. They called the timeout.
I think Lindbergh is really going to try to run down the clock here and try to score a touchdown on this play and then attempt to bury Kirkwood from the game.
If you're Lindbergh, I don't see why you don't just run again. It's been successful this game. A situation, 4th and 3 on the Kirkwood 20. It's 24-21. Kirkwood leads, but only by 3. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock in this 4th quarter. Kirkwood looking to advance to 5-1 and secure a look at a better seeding in the Class 6 District 2 tournament. A loss to Lindbergh would really hurt those chances. Defense has been uncharacteristically penetrable because they've been so vulnerable to small, modest gains made by the offense in their run game, which has been incredibly strong, with the running backs and the quarterback alike making really good, smart gains on every single play, it feels like. They'll go for it here.
Unless you're taking this moment.
Well, that was rough.
Flyers score. Now, here's the benefit of that. Kirkwood is going to have 2 minutes to get down the field in what could have been a slaughter by Lindbergh. If he had slid there, all he has to do is run out the clock and score.
Yeah, but he's not the Kansas City Chiefs.
Owen has complained the entire week during our AP World class about how the Chiefs are a poverty franchise because they won on a slide.
That is not what I said. I just...
That's exactly what you said.
Okay. Look, all I'm saying is the Chiefs would be a poverty franchise if sliding at the 1-yard line and fake holding calls didn't exist.
Certainly a choice of words from Mr. Spiegel there. We'll take a little break, get some water, catch our breath. We're KHTV, I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel. We're assisted by Monas Boyko, Ava Horn, Norley Brown, Alex Ulrich, Ian Reno, and A. Rapport. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll take a little break here.
Here comes the kickoff. Crucial moment. If Kirkwood can break through here, they'll settle in for a time in which they can really create a good opportunity. And he breaks through the line. It'll be at the 34. No. No, the 35. First and 10, 35. 3 timeouts remaining for Kirkwood, which could be very important. And then 2 timeouts remaining for Lindbergh. We're here in the 4th quarter, 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Kirkwood trailing by 4. They need a touchdown. The play. It's in his hand, but almost intercepted. In the end, nobody gets it. We'll go back, 2nd and 10.
Not exactly what Kirkwood's looking for.
Good initiative. I like to see them going long. In some ways, an incompletion is better than a modest gain here just because it stops the clock. Nessledge might be the man for the moment. He likes to throw those deep balls. Could those lead to an interception? Not this time. Gain of about 5.
The clock will run.
That'll be 3rd and 6 for the Pioneers.
We'll send 3 wide, 1 short. That's caught. Completion for Kirkwood.
No.
Ruled incomplete. Wow. Kirkwood will have to go for it here. This is the play.
You do. You really have to go for it. This is the play. You're right. 4th and 6. What can they make here? A punt doesn't help them. It's all on Neslage here. 4 receivers lined up. They go deep. Neslage throws. It's not caught! It hit his hands. Has Lindbergh won the game?
Lindbergh Flyers are likely going to win this football game. All the hype we had talked about going into this game, the momentum is pretty much stopped now for the Pioneers. They're going to need an incredible defensive performance to possibly turn over this ball and turn this ball game around. But if that doesn't happen, the Pioneers are going to go home defeated. The Flyers have just played better football than them tonight.
Oh, that's rich. This sport loves to kill you, doesn't it? And so close to our own end zone, too. Lindbergh will surely make something of this. Timeout, Kirkwood. 2nd and 7 on Kirkwood's 36. 4th quarter, 1 minute and 8 remaining. The play clock sits at 40. The fans are subdued. The sun has long gone down. Kirkwood went for it on 4th and 6. It grazed the receiver's hands, but it didn't stick. Now Lindbergh has possession on the aforementioned Kirkwood 36 with just that minute remaining, and they are looking to seal this game right here.
All Lindbergh has to do is kneel. I don't think they're satisfied with that, though. They haven't chose to do that. Maybe their coach just hasn't thought of it. Yeah, they'll run it up the middle. And he'll break through for nearly a first down. Owen just painted the picture for us well, but if you had looked at the camera, you would have seen the abject shock that every fan had when Chris Potter dropped that ball. Jude beating ball direct to the band, hands on his head. Us in the booth, hands on our head. People on the sideline, hands on their head. Everyone in shock when the ball was dropped. Unfortunately, that's how life works. Things don't always work out. But alas, Kirkwood is going to have to try to make something of the minute and 2 seconds they have left. Can they get the ball back? Can they turn it into something? Pep Nation's come off the ladder. There's no one on the senior railing. You have to wonder, were the fans really just looking here for the win, or are they here to support their team?
First down. $57.3 now left on the clock. On the Kirkwood 25. What a rough one. In the third quarter, Kirkwood seemed to pull away. Not so much. And the kneel, and that will be game. Ladies and gentlemen, your Kirkwood Pioneers are now 4-2 with a very disappointing loss to the Lindbergh Flyers. What a bad game. Kirkwood really should have won that one, and the defense performed uncharacteristically poorly. Very vulnerable to the run game, and Lindbergh saw that, and they didn't give up on that one. The handshakes are done, the crowd files out, the cheerleaders finally die down, and the band gives its last hurrah.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to KHTV. Obviously not the way we wanted that to go, but it's a great game of football. It's a beautiful cold night here at Lions Memorial Stadium. We appreciate you tuning in here. We'll be back for the playoffs on Turkey Day. Kirkwood, now that first seed in the district, looks like an afterthought. So we'll see what happens after this. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Spiegel. We thank you for tuning in. We've been assisted by Miles Boyko, Ava Horn, Alex Ulrich, Norley Brown, Ian Reno, Abe Rappaport, and we appreciate all of their time. This broadcast really has come a long way. We'd like to thank Owen Backer and Liv Stamp for their service.